The virtues of prayer, in the light of Hadith. Introduction. Prayer, is the most important act of worship in Islam after faith, Iman. It is the pillar of religion and the first obligation that was made compulsory upon the Muslim community. Unlike other acts of worship, prayer was gifted directly to the Prophet Muhammad during the miraculous journey of Miraj, which shows its unique status and greatness. Is not only a physical act of worship, but also a spiritual connection between a servant and Allah Almighty. The Quran and the Sunnah emphasize prayer repeatedly, and numerous authentic hadiths explain its virtues, benefits, and rewards. Prayer purifies the soul, strengthens faith, prevents immorality, and brings peace to the heart. In this article, we will explore the virtues of prayer in the light of hadith, highlighting its importance, rewards, spiritual impact, and consequences of neglecting it. 1. Prayer is the pillar of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad clearly stated the foundational role of prayer in Islam. He said, "Islam is built upon 5 pillars, bearing witness that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, establishing prayer, giving zakah, fasting in Ramadan, and performing Hajj." Al-Bukhari, a Muslim. This hadith places prayer immediately after faith, showing that without prayer, the structure of Islam becomes weak. Just as a building cannot stand without pillars, a believer's religion cannot remain strong without regular prayer. 2. Prayer is the first deed to be accounted for. One of the greatest virtues of prayer is that it will be the first action a person will be questioned about on the day of judgment. The Prophet said, "The first deed for which a servant of Allah will be called to account on the day of resurrection will be prayer. If it is sound, the rest of his deeds will be sound, and if it is corrupted, the rest of his deeds will be corrupted." Sunan al-Tirmidhi. 3. Prayer is a source of forgiveness of sins. Prayer has the power to erase sins and purify the soul. The Prophet Muhammad gave a beautiful example to explain this virtue. He said, "If there were a river at the door of one of you in which he'd bathe 5 times a day, would any dirt remain on him?" They said, "No dirt would remain." He said, "That is the example of the 5 daily prayers. Allah wipes away sins by them." Al-Bukhari, a Muslim. This hadith illustrates how regular prayer cleanses a believer from minor sins, just as water cleanses the body from dirt. 4. Prayer protects from immorality and evil. Prayer plays a vital role in shaping moral character. The Prophet emphasized that true prayer influences a person's behavior positively. Although this concept is mentioned in the Quran, the Sunnah reinforces it through practical teachings. A believer who prays with sincerity, humility, and concentration develops self-discipline, patience, and consciousness of Allah, taqwa. Such a person naturally avoids sinful actions, dishonesty, and oppression. 5. Prayer is a source of light. The Prophet Muhammad described prayer as light for the believer. He said, "Prayer is light." A Muslim. This light appears in different forms. Light in the heart through guidance and faith. Light on the face through serenity. Light in the grave. Light on the day of judgment while crossing the Sir. This hadith shows that prayer illuminates both worldly life and the hereafter. 6. Prayer brings peace and comfort to the heart. Whenever the Prophet faced difficulties or stress, he would turn to prayer. He said to Bilal, "O Bilal, give the call to prayer. Bring us comfort through it." Sunan Abi Dawud. This shows that prayer is not a burden, but a source of comfort and tranquility. Through prayer, believers pour out their worries before Allah and find inner peace. 7. Prayer is a means of nearness to Allah. One of the most powerful virtues of prayer is that it brings a